Welcome back to the TWTL podcast. This is Chris Ferris with Because of the Times Night 3 preview. I'm very excited to bring you guys the final preview. Now, we still have some recaps to do and some other stuff we're going to try and put up. I know we've been lagging on the written content. It's just been so fast-paced, this conference has been, and we're going to try and get some written stuff up as soon as possible. I wasn't able to go to the day sessions today. Just wasn't able to make it. I had a personal, since I live in Alexandria, I had a personal engagement that I wanted to attend, and so unfortunately I wasn't able to make any of the day sessions. So I won't have any kind of recap for you on that. But if I do hear anything from any ministers tonight about their thoughts on it, I'll definitely pass along in the recap or in some other form later on. But I'm just going to dive in tonight on the two ministers that we have left and what to expect tonight. First of all, I mean, as usual, Because of the Times just exceeds expectations. I mean, you can't put a bar for it because the ministers who have been praying and seeking God since even before they were tapped to be speakers at this conference, they bring an energy and a passion that just you just can't gauge until it's in the middle of their message. And so as far as being able to predict anything, I think next year we won't have much predictions-wise as what we think the topics might be or anything. Though we got some of it right. We did. There was a lot about unity. There was a lot about being linked together. But they all had perspectives that I didn't see coming, and that's what's amazing is you just can't you can't lock things down for a conference like this with the moves of God that happen as well that can shift the way the conference is flowing. And that's one great thing about Because of the Times is that it's God-centered and it's God first. Pastor's not going to try and just move on to the next speaker. Last night, people didn't leave until after 10 in some cases. They didn't dismiss until after 9:45, and it could have been easily that Pastor just said, you know what, we're just going to shut down these moves of God so that we can get people out in time to go eat. If they want to go eat. But people sacrificed going to eat early, and Pastor made sure to let God move how God wanted to move. And so there was about 45 minutes to almost an hour of worship and prayer that occurred Because of the Times last night that I don't think you'd see at many other conferences. I'm not bashing any other conference. I just don't think you'd see those kind of moves of God at any other conference the way they happened last night, and it was awesome. So with that in mind, let's take a look at the two ministers tonight. Derald Weber, he is, if Elias Limones is the first person that I was hoping to see, then I would have to say that Derald Weber is the second, because this man, he has done what I want to do. He is a home missionary. And he is currently the home missions director, but he is a home missionary, and that's my desire is to be, and what I've been called to do is to be a home missionary, and I am working towards that, and praying and believing in that opportunity to pursue home missions. So I'm excited to hear from Derald Weber and his perspective on things. I'm not going to try and say what he's going to say tonight. I know it will be missions minded, and I know it will be about rolling up your sleeves and getting involved. That's the closest thing to a prediction you'll get from me about Derald Weber, because this man is about being involved and doing what God has asked you to do without having to ask questions, or over ask questions, should I say. You know, we always might have a question or two for God, but there's just sometimes you just got to go out and you got to do it. And So I'm excited to hear what Derald Weber has to say. It's going to definitely be unique because it's a home missions-minded service. That's how Elias Limones gripped me last night too, because was a home missionary. So I just have a passion for home missions, and I have a passion because it's my desire, it's my calling, and everything. So I'm excited to hear from Derald Weber tonight. Whatever he has to bring, I know it's going to be amazing. And then Jack Cunningham. I mean, this is one of the great thinkers of the organization. He has a passion to him that no other minister, I think, can approach. And it's not that his passion is just higher. It's different. That's what's so awesome about this conference, is that there's so many different unique passions and so many different unique approaches to the same doctrine, to the same belief, to the same goal and desire, and yet it's unified. There's not disunity, and that's why I think this year the theme was perfect linked. And I don't know how he'll tie it up in a bow, but I know it's going to be awesome. The last time he was here, the conference ended in an explosive finish. Sometimes the conference ends with everybody getting down on the altar and hugging on each other and loving on each other and high-fiving each other, and that's great. But I remember Jack Cunningham closing out BOTT a couple years ago, and it was explosive. You might have been hugging somebody on the way out, but it was after getting drunk on the Holy Ghost. And that was after a night before where people got drunk on the Holy Ghost. So who knows how it's going to end tonight, because it's been some explosive moves of God, and Jack Cunningham is known for explosive moves of God to go along with his sermons. So I'm excited to hear from him. I don't know what he's going to talk about. I'm not going to try and predict it, but I hope you can feel it. I'm excited. This is going to be an awesome night. Last night blew me away. The first night blew me away, and I know this night's going to blow me away. If you've never been to Because of the Times, when they open up registration in the fall, man, just get it. Go ahead and buy your ticket if you can. If you can afford it, and you think you can make your way to Alexandria, go ahead and buy your ticket so you can get here. Because being here, I know that I've heard from several of you how you appreciate getting some kind of coverage, but being here, there's nothing that can match being at Because of the Times. And I want you all have that opportunity like I've had this year. So make sure you do that. That's my only plug that I've given for BOTT this whole week. But please consider, if you can, coming to Because of the Times next year. With that all in mind, I can't wait for it to start tonight. I'll be back with a recap either later on tonight or early tomorrow morning. I'm Chris Ferris. This is TWTL Ministries. God bless. Keep searching.